Hey guys, it's Susan again, and today we're going to be making a pair of chakra earrings. Today we're going to be making a pair of earrings based on the colors of the chakra. Now, the colors of the chakra are really cool. Each one of the colors represents a part of body that you need to keep tuned up to be healthy. And it's kind of hard to remember all the colors in the correct order, so just think about the rainbow, and if you can't remember the colors of the rainbow, just remember Roy G. Biv: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. And that way you can kind of keep it in your head. That's the only way I can remember it, so hopefully that helps you as well. Don't forget, if you're loving our videos, to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you can see all of our future videos. All right, to get started with this project, first of all, you're gonna need your beads, which are the most important part of the project. I'm gonna use some 6mm round beads representing the colors of the chakra. I am using red jasper to be the red, and then carnelian to be my orange. I'm using some sandstone to be my yellow, and then the green onyx, and then blue magnesite's my indigo, and then I'm using sodalite. And then I kind of went out there, out on a limb there for my violet. I'm using a rose quartz just because I personally like that color combination better. Guys, I really never want you to feel like you have to do everything just like me. If you want to use a more violet color and be more traditional, go for it. And then you're gonna need some large open jump rings, and these are 12mm round jump rings. You're gonna need 14 of those, and then you're gonna need 12 of these smaller jump rings to connect everything together. Finally, you'll need a pair of ear wires and 14 head pins. As far as tools are concerned, we're going to use that handy one-step looper to loop our wire, and we're going to have our traditional pliers, the flush cutter, a round nose plier, a chain nose plier, and a flat nose plier. Okay, so the very first step is to make these dangles that kind of go down inside each one of our large jump rings. And to do that, we're gonna start with some head pins and our one-step looper. So you're gonna take a head pin, and on each head pin, you're gonna put one of these beads. Now, I found out as I was getting ready for this project that my head pins had some small little heads on them. See how tiny that is right there? So I'm just gonna pop a little seed bead on each end. It's gonna add a nice little design element, and it's also gonna keep my beads from falling off the ends of my head pins. So I just pop that on there and see what that does. It just adds that cute little pop of color at the bottom. And then I'm gonna use my one-step looper. This is a great tool, it's so easy. It just loops these head pins in one quick squeeze. I'm just gonna pop that through the end of the one-step looper. I'm gonna give that a squeeze, and voila. So now I'm gonna do that 13 more times. So just take your head pin, put that bead on the end. Now, some head pins are gonna have a larger end and you won't have to worry about this, but with these, I definitely needed that additional bit of something to keep those from falling off the end. All right, so pop that through that circle on that side of the one-step looper, bring the edge right up against the bead, give it a squeeze, pop it off. And then have the excess, pop that right there. And you could do production line, like watch, I can go like this, and I can set up all my beads first. Let's do it like that. So set up our beads. So there's gonna be your orange. I'm never sure whether it's faster to do production line or to do them one at a time, but we'll see. We should time it. I should do it both ways, but not today. All right, so then we're gonna put our sandstone. And I use this as my yellow today, just because I like the natural way that looks. And like I said, it's my chakra pair, so that's kind of what I chose to do. And you might choose to do something totally different. You might find some sunshiny yellow bead to put there for your yellow. All right, so there's my green onyx. And then a magnesite. So now we could just take that one-step looper and quickly loop all these. So just squeeze, you're done. Squeeze. Straighten that guy out. Just clearly want to make sure you push it right through that. And this actually trims, loops, and cuts it all at the same time, which is so much easier. You don't have to do it with a one-step looper. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you guys how to do it with not using the one-step looper on a couple of these, just so that if you don't have this tool, you'll also be able to do this. So what you do if you don't have a one-step looper is you take your bead and your head pin and you pull the wire straight down into a 90-degree angle next to that bead. Then you trim it off at about 1/4 inch. And then you take your round nose plier and you grab it right at the very end and you just roll it into a loop. Like that. So I'll do it again. So bend it straight down on top of the bead, trim it about 1/4 inch long, and grab the end and roll. Just like so. And on it, honestly, I'm used to doing it that way. It was a long time before I got a one-step looper. I'll tell you, when they made that tool, I was like, what? That's so much easier. But I mean, I always did it like this before that. And so for me, I'm used to it. So it doesn't bother me to do it this way. It's just kind of just another way to do it. So you can choose, if you have a one-step looper, to do it with your one-step looper. And if you don't, you can do it just like this. Bend them back, trim 1/4 inch, and roll. The problem people have when they do it this way is getting that circle perfect. So the trick to that is bend it back, trim it that 1/4 inch, and then work on your plier. You see how I've got it marked right there? You probably may not have noticed that before, but see that little mark? That's about 1/4 inch up your plier. If you've got 1/4 inch on your plier and 1/4 inch on your wire, it should match up. And so every plier is a little bit different, but you'll learn. On this particular plier that I use, it always matches up perfectly. So you kind of practice a little bit until you know exactly those two measurements, and then you'll be able to make perfect loops. But the trick is to grab it right at that very end, not leave any sticking out, and then just roll it like so into that loop, and boom, last one, trim, and roll. There we go. All right, so there's all my beads. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna connect everything. So at the top, you're gonna start with your ear wire, and you're gonna open that up, and you're gonna take your first color, which is gonna be your red, and you're gonna put it on the ear wire, and then you're gonna put on your first loop. So see how that kind of hangs in that loop. Then you're gonna open up the loop, and I use 2 pliers to do this. I use a chain nose and a flat nose. Open it up, and you're gonna put on that first closed jump ring, like so. And then on the next one, you're gonna open that up and attach that to your closed jump ring. And so red, orange, so I'm gonna take my orange, and see, since this is an open loop, I'm just gonna take this and I'm just gonna twist it open. Don't pull it, twist it open. And I'm gonna attach it to that closed jump ring, and I'm gonna twist it closed. And then this guy, actually while I had him open, I should have attached the other one. So open him up, attach the next ring, close. So notice how when I do my jump rings, I always twist open, attach, and twist closed. And you might wonder, why do you do that, Susan? Well, because if you try to pull this open, you're never gonna get that pretty circle back again. A. And B, so you're gonna make it all ugly. It's gonna be just really unattractive. And B, you're also gonna weaken the wire where you pulled it. And by doing this, twisting closed, you're preserving the circle. And in addition to preserving that circle, you're also keeping your wire strong. So just like that, put both of those on. And now we need to attach my next color there. So red, orange, yellow. So we're gonna go with this guy next. Twist closed. So green, blue, and I use turquoise color. This is actually magnesite that I used to do this, which is a stone that is dyed to look like turquoise. And it's one of my favorites because it's really inexpensive, but it's real pretty. Close that up. And keep on going. So now twist, jump ring. Oops. Attach. Twist closed. Now I've got my indigo, which is I'm using that sodalite right there, which is a natural untreated gemstone. Attach that right there. Twist closed, and then I should have just one more ring to attach here. And on this one, I don't need to attach a ring to the bottom because I don't want a ring hanging off the bottom. So I just attach this last guy right here and close him up. And then take my last bead, my rose quartz, and find my little opening there. Twist open, attach to that closed ring, and twist. There we go. Perfect. Isn't that cute? So now I just gotta do the other one. So we'll do speed round and I will do the other one to match. So there you go. That's how you make chakra earrings. Lots of fun, right? Don't forget all those tools that we needed though. You're gonna need those chakra beads in the chakra colors, the Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, and then your larger jump rings that are open, 12 millimeters, and your smaller, about a 6 millimeter jump ring that is closed, and your ear wires and some head pins. If you have them that have a bigger end, you're lucky. If not, don't forget that little seed bead trick is great. And then finally, as far as tools are concerned, you're going to need a one-step looper if you have one, or a round nose plier if you don't have one. Either one works fine. Then you'll need a chain nose and a flat nose plier. That's for opening and closing all those jump rings. And of course, you're gonna need your flush cutter as well. Thanks so much for watching. If you guys would like to pick up some supplies like the ones we work with today, check out those links down below. What's your favorite chakra color? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe and ring that bell. And now that you know a little bit about making chakra earrings, you can say, I made this.